We will be targeting the West Ham versus United game, which should be a goal feast because United are also pretty shaky at the back and West Ham are also conceding a lot of goals. So we can expect a lot of goals. Third option, where I'll bring in Larson and go with Cole Palmer. But having said that, I'll make it pretty certain that Haaland is a very safe captaincy option. Hey guys, welcome back to another video from the Football Herd. Hope you're doing wonderfully well. So this is a team selection video that we do each game week, in which I'll be covering the best teams to target, then the transfer possibilities that I have, then the team selection for game week 9, and last but not the least, the captaincy metrics for this game week. In this video, I'll be navigating you through certain charts and graphs that I have prepared myself, so I hope you like it. And if you do like it, please do drop a like and subscribe to my channel. And so let's get started. In the teams to target, as you can see that I have plotted the expected goals conceded against each team, where the ones in blue are the ones who have conceded the least number of chances, and the ones in yellow or orange, whatever you might call it, are the ones who have conceded the most number of chances. You can see teams like Ipswich, Southampton, Leicester, Wolves, then Brentford, Everton, West Ham, all of them have conceded a lot of chances. So based on this data and this chart, I'll be navigating you through the fixtures that we have in game week 9, and we can target the fixtures accordingly. So to start with, the City versus Southampton game should be a very high scoring one, and it should favor City assets because Southampton have been pretty shambolic at the back, and which is clearly evident from the expected goals conceded that they have like 16.8, which is a lot. That's the second highest after Ipswich. Now coming to the next fixture, that is the Palace versus Spurs game. That will also be something which we should keep close tabs on, and the ones we should target because Palace have also conceded nearly 12 expected goals conceded, and Spurs are in scintillating form after the 4-1 win against West Ham that we see in the last game week. And also we will be targeting the West Ham versus United game, which should be a goal feast because United are also pretty shaky at the back and West Ham are also conceding a lot of goals, so we can expect a lot of goals. So these three fixtures stand out in my opinion, and to add to this list, I will also like to shed some light on the Brentford versus Ipswich game because Wissa is fit, then Mbeumo is playing amazing, then Ipswich are the team which have conceded the most number of chances, nearly 17 expected goals conceded, which is a lot. And we can also expect a goal feast in that game as well. Just like the West Ham versus United game, I'm expecting that Brentford versus Ipswich will be also a very high scoring game because Ipswich are quite adventurous when they are going forward, leaving a lot of gaps in their attack, and Brentford are a very lethal side when they are counter attacking. So I believe that these are the four fixtures that stand out for game week 9. In this segment, I'll be talking about the transfer possibilities. Now I have three possibilities. The first one being I'll opt for Heung-min Son instead of Saka. Then I'll transfer out Gabriel and bring in Guardiola. And in the second option, I'm leaning towards Saka to Palmer, then Nedeljkovic to Thomas for bringing in 0.1 million, and then opting for Guardiola instead of Gabriel. And the third possibility is I'll look to bring in again Palmer, and I'll downgrade Delap to Larson for that 0.1 million because he has risen in price and I'll be needing that 0.1 million. Now out of these three options, I'm pretty much interested in the first and the third one because I'm not willing to take the -4 hit. So it all boils down to two things. The first being whether I'll be opting for Heung-min Son or Cole Palmer, and the second being whether I'll be going without any Arsenal assets or will I be holding on to one Arsenal asset, that is Gabriel. So if I'll be holding on to one asset of Arsenal, then I'll be opting for the third option where I'll bring in Larson and go with Cole Palmer. And if I stick to Heung-min Son and one Arsenal asset, then or no Arsenal asset, then I'll opt for first option in which I'll be bringing in Guardiola and Son. In goal, I have Flecken, who faces an Ipswich side, and it's a home fixture for Brentford. So I believe that it will be a comfortable one. If at all they score any goals, I believe that he will be making a lot of saves, which is clearly evident from the graphic that his saves per 90 is as high as greater than 5, and there is no other goalkeeper who has made that many number of saves for 90. So I'm pretty much optimistic about any fruitful returns from Flecken from this game week. Now, to start with the defense, the first player that I have is Guardiola, who has a Southampton home game, which is a pretty easy fixture for City. And I hope that they'll be able to keep a clean sheet, and I'll be getting clean sheet points for Guardiola because I've brought him in instead of Gabriel. Now, if you look at this graphic, you will not be able to familiarize yourself with where Guardiola is, but he's just beside Luka Dean, where his expected goals involvement is as high as 1.5, and his expected goals conceded is somewhat less than 8. So he is my standout defender. Now coming to the next defender that I have is Robinson. Robinson has an Everton away fixture. Now this is also an easy game for Fulham, I believe, because I do not see any attacking threat from Everton apart from McNeil and Calvert-Lewin. But having said that, they have been scoring goals of late. So the attacking returns of Robinson have dried out. So again, he's in my radar of watch list, and I'll be keeping close tabs on him. And he will be someone whom I'll be transferring him out in the subsequent game weeks if he's not able to return in 1 or 2 game weeks, and bring in someone like Ola Aina or Mikalenko. Now coming to the third defender, that's Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now I have not been able to sell him because of his attacking prowess. Now we can clearly see that his expected goals involvement is as high as 3, and no other defender is in his vicinity. And he has a tough fixture against Arsenal, but I believe that he will be able to have some attacking returns. In my midfield, I have a midfield 5 of Heung-min Son to start with, then followed by Emil Smith-Rowe, then Rogers, then Mbeumo and Mohamed Salah. Now I'll explain each one of the players that I have. Now I've brought in Heung-min Son ahead of his game against Crystal Palace because he was very much fundamental in whatever Spurs were doing in the last game, and he has been looking menacing ever since then. And since we do not have any confirmed news about Saka, he was a pretty obvious move for me. Now I have also talked highly about Cole Palmer, but I am giving the nod to Heung-min Son, and more so because he's a differential and he's owned by less than 10% of the managers. And in this graphic, you'll be able to see that he has already contributed 5 goal contributions, and his XGI is somewhere around 3. So his numbers are not that much lucrative, but on the eye test, he is a complete no-brainer in my opinion. With the upcoming lineup that Spurs have, having some kind of Spurs cover is a must in my opinion. So when we look at the fixtures that they have and the kind of fixtures that will be followed, the 3 that follow are Crystal Palace, Aston Villa and Ipswich. These 3 are amazing games, and I am pretty certain that the kind of chances that they're creating is one of the highest in the Premier League, and he'll be on the scoring end for sure. Now coming to the next player, that is none other than Emil Smith-Rowe. Now Emil Smith-Rowe has an Everton away fixture, and he is also someone like Robinson whom I'm keeping close tabs on. I'll probably keep him for this game week, and in the subsequent game weeks I'll be moving him for someone like Garnacho or any of the players like Buonanotte or anyone, because I'm not completely nailed on Emil Smith-Rowe because he has missed the last but one game and he came off the bench. And the last 2 games also, he was not that much fundamental to whatever Fulham were doing, and Raul Jimenez is doing the lion's share of attacking that they're doing, right? Now coming to the third player, I'm pretty optimistic about Rogers. Now they have a Bournemouth home game. Now Bournemouth have looked decent at the back, so I'll be not that much, keeping high hopes on Rogers to give me a haul, but at least a goal or an assist or any goal contribution is expected from him. Because as we can see that Aston Villa are in scintillating form both in Europe and in Premier League. So and he's playing the number 10 position behind Watkins, and we are also seeing that he's not getting subbed off early, which was a case in the initial game weeks. So that's about Morgan Rogers. Now coming to Mbeumo has a very easy fixture against Ipswich, just like I spoke about Ipswich when I was talking about Flecken. And his attacking prowess is known to everyone, and the numbers also speak gallons about this player. because of the kind of goal contributions that we have. Now you can clearly see that he is at par with the likes of James Maddison in goal contribution, and if I consider this cluster that you can see in this graphic, that he is closely accompanied by McNeil, then Johnson and Maddison. And the kind of attacking potential that he has in the Brentford lineup, he is the complete talisman that we can see. So I'm very much hopeful on Mbeumo. Now to complete my midfield, I have Mohamed Salah. Now Mohamed Salah has a tough away fixture against Arsenal, and I believe that the absence of Saliba will be very much fundamental in this game, and that is the main reason why I'm not transferring Salah out. And also the fact that he is also in amazing form after a goal and assist in the last game week. And to top that, I believe that someone like Calafiori or Kiwior will fit in just beside Gabriel, and Timber or White will be responsible for both the wings. And apart from this fact that no one is nailed in the left back position for Arsenal, I believe that Salah can wreak havoc to that wing, and that will also enhance the attacking potential of Trent Alexander-Arnold, in my opinion. So Salah is not a captaincy shout for this game week, in my opinion, but because I have better assets, which I'll be discussing in the next segment. Now, amongst the forwards, I have a forward two of Erling Haaland and Delap. Now, Haaland is facing a Southampton home game, which is a very lucrative game and a very easy fixture for City, in my opinion. And we can expect a lot of goals from them. Even though they will be parking the bus against City, I believe that they will be conceding a lot. Because of late, we are seeing that Southampton are not playing as per their potential, I believe that. And since they are not that much compact at the back, they are conceding n number of chances and they're conceding goals at will. And next I have Delap. Now Delap has a Brentford away fixture. He has been scoring goals in the last two games. In the last game he blanked, but before that he scored, and also the previous game he scored. But he is not someone who is that much consistent. But having said that, the 6-pointer and the 12-pointer is enough for fantasy managers to keep their hopes high on Delap, because he is one of those attacking outlets that they have, and he is also amazing while making those channel runs and finding Hutchinson. And I'm quite optimistic about the kind of gameplay that Ipswich do, and they are pretty shambolic at the back, but going forward and in their attacking half, they are pretty lethal, in my opinion. Now, one more factor is there that Ipswich have been a better side when they are playing at home than they are a side when they are playing away. That is only because that they are more comfortable in their home fixtures, and attacking wise also and defensive wise also. But even though this is an away fixture and I'm not willing to take a -4, that's why I have stuck with Liam Delap. Now in the captaincy metrics, I have opted for 3 players. The first being Erling Haaland, the second being Mbeumo, and the third is Heung-min Son. Now Erling Haaland is the captaincy favorite option for all the fantasy managers, I'm pretty certain, and his effective ownership will be also somewhat around 170 or 175 because of the Southampton home game. But if you want a differential captain, then you can definitely opt for someone like Mbeumo and Heung-min Son, in my opinion, because they both offer potential, and the kind of numbers that they have is also amazing, which you can see in the screen. And if you have all the 3 players, then and if you do not want to go with the nailed captain that everyone will be opting for, that is Erling Haaland, then the second favorite, in my opinion, should be Heung-min Son. The third is Mbeumo. But having said that, I'll make it pretty certain that Haaland is a very safe captaincy option. Now, I'm keeping this fact into mind that he has blanked in the previous game weeks. So, and also there's this huge discussion about this triple captaincy on him. Now, I am not in the bandwagon where I'll be triple captaining him, because I'll be looking to triple captain him or someone like Cole Palmer or Mohamed Salah in the double game weeks to follow. But even though he has scored a couple of goals in the UCL tie, but still I'm not seeing that much upside in triple captaining Erling Haaland in this game week. So he leads the captaincy metrics, followed by Heung-min Son, and then followed by Mbeumo. If you want a detailed look at the Game Week 9 watch list, make sure you check out this video. I have showcased 3 players for each position. If you have liked this video, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel. Now all the best for Game Week 9. I will catch you guys in the next one.